Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in FortressCraft Evolved working on an enormous fortress. So let's see, I've done some work between episodes, just because if I didn't, this series would be like 300 episodes. But let's see if I can get you caught up on where we're at. We look at our threat monitor here, or threat scanner. You can see it says we've lost 18 times there in the bottom left. So I've just been getting spanked by the invasions, and we've been working for a long time towards getting the nickel processed, the gold, and the titanium, so that we could make new turrets. And I've got a few of them placed. The Mark III turrets up here, you can see them. They're on top of these kind of stalks. I guess I'd call these things stalks. We may rework this to look a little different. Let's pop up there and just take a look at these guys. Yeah, I've only got 3 placed here, and I've got a bunch of Mark IIs kind of scattered about, some solar panels feeding our power storage blocks here. But these turrets have a tremendous range on them. I don't know if I can, I can get it highlighted. It's kind of hard to see. Or get a sense for just how far these things can shoot. But man, do they have the range. That is both good and bad. The bad thing is our little bug part collection kind of only extends out, a short distance from our turrets, because the Mark IIs have such a short range. But the Mark IIIs, they are taking out enemies way far out and leaving bug parts behind. I don't see any here. I must have come by and collected them. So we're going to have to extend our bug collection out and extend our defenses out as we go towards the overmines, but we'll get to that in a later episode. I'm hoping that these new turrets can allow us to keep up with the hordes. I also started just taking back this particular mountain. I've just got a solar panel placed on the ground. Show you this little operation here. Solar panel in the middle, a few laser transmitters routing power to 4 auto excavators, and they're just chewing back this mountain. Main reason I'm doing this is I want the enemies, when they come in, to kind of come in low, and if they encounter these hills, sometimes they come in on top, or come in over top of those, out of range of our weapons. And then the other thing is, I just like the idea of having this all flattened out. So I know I could put more solar panels down and just do like 20 of these things at a time. I'm just biting off a little bit at a time because I just don't want to spend that much time on it. But yeah, so I've shored up our defenses a little bit. I'm trying to move towards using these organic storage blocks that hold 12,500. I can only make so many. The limitation is on these guys right here. Pristine phosphorescent glands. They take, I think it's 8 per power storage block, and I just don't have that many. Now I can use some of this stuff over here, recombined organic matter, to make these, but I've been burning through that pretty quick too. So we'll just we'll take our time expanding the defenses. That one, this corner is covered with 3 of them at least, and then maybe we'll slowly replace these other turrets with some of these higher powered ones. This corner looks like it's covered. I've got 3 of the Mark III turrets up there. Those will pack a punch. I think these little guys do like, is it 75 or 90 damage per shot? And then these guys up top, it's like 4,800 or something per shot. So it's noticeable. We'll see it when there's an attack. We'll try and run out here. On this corner, I put up another ring of defense, or another line of defense. This time I just used regular power storage blocks. I think these are what, the Mark 1s or something. They're Mark II storage blocks. They're 1,500 instead of 12,500. But again, I just don't have the organic material to make the higher capacity batteries for the power storage blocks. So we've got another line of defense out here. This is just using regular turrets. I think I'm going to start trying to get the higher powered turrets on each corner, kind of at the same line of defense, and then we'll extend it out. On this corner, so that's two corners that are pretty well covered with the higher powered turrets. Looks like this guy's got them too. Here, I've got the high-powered turret. Do I have the high-powered turrets up there? No, those are the little guys, I think. Yeah, those are still the Mark IIs. So this corner we would want to upgrade. We can take a look and see if I can make some of those. Let's just do that right now. So yeah, between episodes, I've got the nickel, gold, and titanium all being brought up, all being smelted, and bars being stored. I don't have the like titanium housings automated or the gold foil automated. That's stuff we're going to need to get to. But let's see if we can make some more of these turrets, these high-powered guys. Mark IIIs, we need organic lenses, so I'm going to need 6 organic lenses if I want 3 turrets. So let's do it. Boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have 309 perfect faceted eyes, so we're okay there. And that's all just been collected from our bug part collection. I don't think I've handcrafted any of those from the reassembled organic matter. We got 6 of those. Let's go to the turret. Clear out the search. And let's get 3 of these bought. Boom. And then we can throw some down on this corner. I think this corner too is just using the Mark II power storage blocks. And I just don't have the materials to get the beefy ones. But it's better than nothing. Let's we'll just hop up here and replace these guys. Boom. These things look pretty cool. I don't know if these guys are going to blow through the batteries faster. I imagine they will. I'll just climb up with this. And can I get the spot? I might not be close enough. There we go. Yeah, and we'll get an attack here, I'm sure, pretty soon, and we can see these guys in action. Yeah, I'd like to keep our the number of times our central power hub gets destroyed to a minimum. And I think these turrets are going to go a long way to helping us do that. All right, that's 3 corners that at least have the heavy weapons. Let's see what this corner's got. I put another line of defense here on this particular corner, and it's just using the Mark II power blocks again, since I don't have the organic ones. But here's our mega guys. It occurs to me I tried to put solar under here. That's not going to work. They don't have a direct path to the sun. I'm going to drop regular turrets down here. We've got 4 solar panels on top and a pyrothermic generator underneath. That's 5 sources of power for, you know, we've got a fair number of turrets on these things, but looks like I left some Mark II turrets on this particular stock, but I took them off of these ones on the end. And then this guy, this poor guy needs more batteries and solar. So this one's not quite done. So we've got, looks like 1 and 1 1/3 that need the higher power storage blocks. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you'll see the bug parts way out here that are not going to get picked up because those cannons on top, those Mark III turrets, have quite a range. Yeah, 3,600 damage in a shot. And we just... Oh, okay, here comes the big guy. Boy, it's going to take a long time for him to get within range. There's Spider-Bot floating in the air over there with his glitchy legs. I'm blinking all over. The Spider-Bot's a little glitchy. That's why I'm not using it. Eventually, we might use it. Don't know. I'm kind of thinking it'd be interesting to see if I could get through the whole game without using it, but just to try it. But yeah, see these bug parts out here that are dropping. As bugs are getting killed out here, these parts aren't going to get collected by our hoppers. They're just too far out of range. So we'll extend all that later. While I'm here, I guess I can move this little guy. It's another hill I'm trying to kind of take out. All right, let's see what we want to do this episode. You'll notice in my inventory, you may have noticed when I bought the turrets or crafted those turrets up, I do have a few right here, alloyed machine blocks in my inventory. Those I made manually. And I can kind of show you that. We'll come back up and watch these guys get killed in a minute. Let's just go down. And I'll show you how I'm crafting up those machine blocks, because those are pretty important. But again, we want to get away from doing manual stuff. This first line here, I'm doing gold foil. I don't have that automated yet. I do have the gold smelting automated. So let me just punch some gold bars in there and harvest that foil. Here is where I'm doing my titanium housings. Punch some titanium in there and grab what we crafted. And then right here is where I'm making those alloyed machine blocks. There's just an alloyed machine block creator machine in there. Let's I can pull this belt out. I don't think I need it. Precision alloyed machine block assembler. Just takes one of those. It does use power. And then I've got titanium housings and one hopper feeding that thing. Gold foil and a hopper. Again, these are all remove only. Gold foil stocked up. And then we need these secondary upgrade modules. So these are all made out of nickel. I don't have those automated. That's another thing that's a strong candidate for getting this automated. These secondary upgrade modules. The way what I've been doing so far with those is just kind of manually crafting them. I don't have any nickel on me. But this is kind of where we've been making all of our, these guys, experimental pods. One half of this kind of little setup here makes the upgrade modules, or the PCBs, I'm sorry, printed circuit boards. And the other half just makes plates, and then they get combined and turned into the those research components, whatever they're called, experimental pods. So I've just been pumping nickel in here and then grabbing out the PCBs from here. Boom. Grab some fortified PCBs. And then I've got a manual station here that's making those secondary upgrade modules. Pretty simple setup. It's just one machine. You feed it PCBs and out come the secondary upgrade modules. So I've got some PCBs here. Let's throw those in. Again, that's all made out of nickel. Looks like I already cleared that inventory. There's nothing there. And these guys should have plenty of fuel. So yeah, that nickel, that might be a good thing to do. The other thing I've been taking advantage of pretty heavily are these advanced teleporters. Oh man, are these super useful. If I interact with this, and these are all the other teleporters that are distributed throughout my fortress. I've been kind of using a naming convention, trying to use a naming convention for like how far deep and then how far out. So let's see, 4,400. If we go to 3,400, 30 levels down, and then 400 out, kind of in the direction that we're facing now, we will come up to, this is where we're bringing up the nickel from way down below, from level 410. So this is the top of our cargo lift. But now that we have that already automated into storage, we can actually go into level 40, I think. So minus 40, look for minus 4,200. Okay, this is 40 is our kind of our warehouse, right? We've got all our mass storage arrays down there. Let's run down there and grab some nickel if we've got any. And we'll just take a look. And I can show you what's been going on down there. Boom, instantly here, not having to walk so far, which is nice. But through here, eventually we'll mine this ore out and get it out of our way. Here's all our storage arrays. I added a couple between episodes. This one is lithium. We've had that for a long time. There's lithium ore and lithium bars. And then way out there, those are all charged lithium coils. So we've got plenty of those. In fact, there's a big dent in this storage array because I just reclaimed a bunch of those, just collected a bunch from my local inventory. Now we've got almost 3,000. After lithium, I think is gold, is it? Let's see. I think this is meant to be gold. Yep, there's gold. Not much is going into storage. It is getting smelted. I just harvested over here as well and put some gold in my inventory. You can see it on the hotbar. I've got a little over 2,000. This needs to be ramped up because it's going really slow. We're not getting that much gold produced. Then new since last episode, I did route those titanium bars into storage. And I've collected these as well. I can collect some more. The way I do that is just, let's change hotbars here, grab my storage blocks, just delete the storage block, wait to collect it, and then replace the little storage block. That puts it in my local inventory. You can see we are getting titanium coming down. This is all brought up from way down deep. Can't remember what level the titanium's coming from. Might be 380 or something. I think maybe 380 is where that's coming from. And instead of going into storage, it's all going straight up to go get smelted. So that's why this storage array is not being filled up. This one here is for the ore. That one's for bars. And then maybe we'll do another storage array kind of past this for those titanium housings. But we're going to have to clear out a bunch of stone as usual because of my very space taking up my non-compact factory designs. And then here's a new one too. This one is for the nickel. This is what we want to make the PCBs out of, those secondary the secondary upgrade modules. Those are important. And then I've got a little bit of nickel being stored here. We can fetch this, grab this up, a little bit of it anyway. I already have some in my inventory because I know I just harvested this not too long ago. But these three lines, you can tell we're going to need to upgrade the kind of the mining and the smelting of all three of these. And it's mainly the mining, I think, that we need to ramp up. But anyway, that's what's going on down here. I'm trying to clear out more space. The next set of storage arrays needs to be for the crystal. And you can see this excavator is not excavating much, even though it is set up to do so. And that's because the power is just it's in short supply down here. I think we're protected. I don't think I've got any camel bots that are stealing power down here. At least I haven't seen any, not in a while. Most of my power storage blocks and laser power transmitters are all protected by turrets wherever we have those placed. But anyway, yeah, we're going to need to do crystal, a line for crystal down here. Let's go find our teleporter and get out of here. Right now I've got teleporters, I think at 2, I'm trying to do it like for these different shafts. I've got them labeled for how deep they go. That goes down to level 220, or it's supposed to. That one goes down to 230. And I have our teleporters kind of at 200 and 400. So here we are. This shaft is the 200 shaft. And that's where I have my teleporter. So let's grab here and go back up. The level 20 home. Home is just near the stairway. That's what the home means. The level 20 home. Let's do that. And then we need to think about what we want to do this episode. I don't think that I want to work on the defenses. I think what I want to do is a couple things. I guess we should set up nickel processing. We just fetched some nickel. Here, I've got ore that feeds into a smelter, and then there's bars, and then they get turned into those circuit boards. Since I've got this hopper for bars here, I'm just going to throw in some of that nickel we fetched. Don't have that much, actually. And that'll get us some of those nickel, those fortified PCBs that we were feeding into to make the secondary upgrade modules manual. I can also do a little bit more manual stuff here. I see I've got a bunch of PCBs for titanium. Let me put some titanium in here as well. And then this can run in the background while we're doing other things. And this will get us some experimental pods. Let's do nickel. Or let's do this PCB stuff. So we're going to need, what do we need here? It looks like an extruder, a coiler, and then a PCB assembler. And we're going to make the, we're going to automate what's happening here right now. We're going to automate fortified PCBs, but we're going to do it in a room. In fact, we could even automate turning those into the upgrade modules. Let's do that. So I know I've got some of this equipment that's sitting unused on this floor. So it's an opportunity to maybe clean that up too. Let's go fetch that. This over here is kind of an older, defunct, haven't used it in a long, long time. I think it's got the older smelters. Yeah, the basic smelters. This was doing kind of the same thing, building those research pods. And I haven't used this in a long time. So let's tear this out. And that's going to get us some of the machinery that we need for what we're working on now. So I'm going to yank out some of this stuff. May not clean up every single block here on camera. I can do this kind of stuff between episodes, but let's get some of it up. And particularly the machines that we're going to need. Getting a little bit of lag. There's a lot going on here in the factory. Or in the fortress, I should say. Scoop up these machines. And I'll clean up the rest of this maybe at a later date. I left it because I wasn't sure if I was going to reuse it, but I'm pretty sure I'm not now. Boom. Boom. All right. What else are we going to need? We're going to need the component that actually makes the secondary upgrade module. And I think it's like called secondary upgrade module maker or something. I'm going to leave the manual in here and we're going to get a new one. Secondary upgrade module crafter. Let's go get one of those. Secondary upgrade module maker. Boom. What do we need? Titanium housings. That's pretty cheap. Let's get 2 of these. And then let's get 1 more copy of these guys. Extruder, coiler, and PCB assembling plant. Yeah, the stamper. Oh, the stamper was from stuff we just picked up. I think it's extrusion, coiler, and assembling plant. Grab some of that stuff. Extruder, coiler, and PCB assembling plant. Missing material. What do I need? Copper coil, of all things. That's interesting. I think I might have some in here. Might. Let's see. There is tin coil. Is there copper coil in here? Tin coil, iron coil, copper coil. All right, we'll take it for now. And then maybe I'll dump that back in there in a second. PCB assembling plant. 1 more of these, right? Yeah. Good. And then what was the other thing we wanted to grab? Did I grab this? Yeah, secondary upgrade module maker. And then everything to make the PCBs. Think we're good. We'll find out if we're not. So let's go down to 20 where all our rooms are. Going to be kind of far out, so I'm going to teleport to 2200. That'll get us a little bit further away. Okay. And we want to run over to the set of rooms that has been created for the nickel processing. And those are probably the furthest ones out. Tons of ore. There's no shortage of ore. All right, there's nickel. There's our smeltery. We've seen this before. Same setup as all the other ones. 6 smelters. Route in the ore. Route in the infused coal from underneath. Down on level 30. We want this over here. I can patch this hole. Put a sign on this guy. And we can call this, yes, Nickel Works. Nickel Works. Kind of like Iron Works, I guess. Boom. In we go. We got nothing. I'm going to divide the room in half just for the fun of it. And what we want to do in this little room, or this little factory, I guess, is again, make those secondary upgrade modules. So, how do we want to do that? We're going to need to bring in ingots, nickel ingots, and that's it, really. Let's just start placing machines and see how we might want to do this. Let's see. Let's assume the ingots come in this way. Kind of on a belt, you know, through here, up through the floor, and then through us, you know, down this way. And then we branch off into our little factory setup. And where do we want to start with? I think it's extruder. Yeah, extruder, coiler. Coiler and PCB assembling plant. I think these can be next to each other. We'll test it and see. PCB assembling plant. And could we feed this straight on into the other guy, the secondary upgrade module maker? That down. No, that probably needs to be fed from a hopper, I'm guessing. And I think I'm actually going to move these back a tad. Let's do that. Want to have room. We got plenty of room in the room. I don't want to be too cramped because we are going to have to get fuel in here as well. Fuel and the nickel bars in here. Fuel to power some of this stuff. Secondary upgrade module crafter. That's going to need power. I think. Let's go up a hopper here. This would be, I think, remove only. I think these guys will do what they're supposed to do and just shove that stuff in there. So let me put some nickel bars in here. I'm going to put a regular hopper here just for testing this. Let's grab some nickel bars. Boom. See if this makes it all the way through. Obviously, this isn't going to work because I don't have power yet. We could throw it on there real quick while we're waiting. Boom. Load in the goods. This guy, again, we've got set to remove only. And There's the printed circuit board. So that looks pretty good. Remove only, and then we want probably just a logistics hopper here to collect the output. Could be add only. This guy says it is crafting. Secondary upgrade module. Nice. I like it. I think that is going to work just fine for us. How do we want to do it? You know, and then we can scale out this way. Boom, 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 boom. And again, I keep using only half of my factory space. We'll see. I have a feeling this may come in handy later when we scale up, either to make a different product out of nickel or to scale up what we're already doing here. And I could later on add another line. I'm not going to do it now. Let's get ports set up to bring in the infused coal for fuel and the nickel. So 1, 2, I'll follow kind of the formula that I've been using. Let's see, or not. Coal is going to need to be over there, but let's bring it up a little early. And it's just one straight shot, right? Yeah. Let's put a grommet here. That's where we'll bring up the infused coal. Boom. And we can even get that routed right now. Let's do it. It's going to be something like... Come up. I'm just going to stand on belts for the heck of it. And you to you. You. Blocks. And then we can copy this setup. Boom. Boom. Just using the center mouse button to copy things. I know I'm going to have to maybe rotate some of this stuff. Oops. You. Get a belt to move the infused coal over to this hopper too. Okay. And what else? This has to be remove only. I can rotate this one so we can see it. Remove only here. Rotate these to look kind of nice. Belt over here. We can go with regular hoppers, I suppose. I mean, logistics hoppers are all we really need. But the regular hoppers are pretty cheap too. We'll just use the regular ones. Give us a little bit more buffer space for the bars. And then we want to bring in the... ingots. Should we just put the grommet right underneath this thing? Kind of makes the most sense. Let's do it. Boom. And belt. Boom. Oops. Why are you not placing? What am I doing? Kind of strange. I think that is it for now. We'll see how many we need. We need output too. Whoops. It's the last thing I got to do. Belt out of here. You and you. And then I've been putting my outputs. Doesn't really matter. But third row back, fourth spot over. Might as well choose that spot. Since that's what we've been doing. But you could put it anywhere, really. Boom. And boom. You rotate this guy. Since I got belt selected, I'll just put belt there. Just so I can get one point down. Get that out of my way. There we go. Secondary upgrade modules. Almost automated. We just got to get the bars and stuff routed in here. While I'm up here, I could feed the ones I've got in my inventory. Where do I have those? don't have that much, do I? Nickel. Anyway, we'll slap those in here. Then let's head down. We want to go down to the 3rd level. And I can probably take the express elevator. Oh. And not take the express elevator. It doesn't look like it. That's all solid. How is that solid down there? Oh, yeah. The 3rd floor underneath here is not fully drilled out. See if we gotta... Can I get in here? Man. That'll do. Hop down here this way. Just to get down relatively the right spot. That block doesn't match the right color, does it? Oh well. Yeah, you can see I'm trying to expand. Got power issues. I do really want to upgrade these laser power transmitters at some point. One's got a full battery. What? Or not quite. Yeah. Running into a little bit of an issue the way I'm doing this. I've got power storage block, and then I have a laser transmitter set to wait for full battery. And I do that just to make sure that the turret doesn't get starved out of power. And then a Camelbot comes here and starts chewing up our power, and this guy never gets powered up to take out the Camelbot. But I do get into a situation where that battery just depletes and never seems to charge back up. And I think it's because these guys constantly take power, the turrets do, even when they're not firing. It will eventually clear out, but it's been a little slower than I would like. All right, what are we doing? We're trying to route materials. That's titanium, so nickel's going to be further out. Titanium. Somewhere under here. Where are we? This is... Look. There's nickel. There's the smeltery. So there's our smeltery room. We want to get to the next room, and it's underneath all this all this stone. We might have to do that between episodes. Let's see. Yeah, I can't even burrow in there. Okay, there's titanium bars to storage. Nickel bars to storage, and over here is a nickel bars coming up from storage. So this is coming up from 40, boom. We're going to route these into the room we just created. Challenge we've got is the room we've just created is behind all of this mess. So to get to it, I really got to burrow out a bunch of this stone. And once we get those nickel bars routed, we will be... we'll be good. We'll have the primary or the secondary upgrade modules automated. And then we'll need to think about where do we want to store those? Do we want to just put some local storage inside that room that's making the secondary upgrade modules? Or do we want to set up a whole nother storage array down on level 40 and store a ton of those things? I kind of have a feeling we're going to use them faster than, we're never going to fill up that mass storage if we do it that way, but I'll have to give that some thought between episodes too. I think maybe we'll end the episode here. What I'll do between episodes, because this isn't terribly fun to watch, I'm going to clear out all this mess and route those, route the nickel bars and route the infused coal into the room we were just in. So that's kind of all automated. Then I won't have to make secondary upgrade modules by hand anymore. We use those for a bunch of stuff. We use them for the experimental pods, which we're eventually going to get back to doing some more research once we get more pods. And then those secondary upgrade modules are used in, it seems like, in several things that we want to craft. Like, I think were they used in the turrets? I can't remember. Those level 3 turrets, but we're going to need a lot of them. We're going to need to have that fairly good amount of automation on that. So yeah, let's wrap this here. I'll clear out some of this stuff. And then we'll make a decision next episode what to do. We might go for gold foil and then those titanium housings. And then we'll be in really good shape. as far as being able to make those those alloyed blocks, right? These guys, alloyed machine blocks. We need a ton of, we need this automated as well. These are used for a lot of things. And then we'll have to get on to maybe automating missiles for missile turrets, and so we can get some of those placed. So we've got plenty to do. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to clear this out, like I said, and then we'll pick it up next episode. I just want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members. As always, really appreciate your contributions to the channel. You make this content possible. Also, thanks to the few of you that have been giving the videos a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. That helps get the word out. We're late in this series. I don't know that a lot of new people join late into a series, but I'm really enjoying this game, so I kind of want to see it through. So hopefully you're enjoying it too. If you're with me this late in the series, you probably are. I appreciate that, and I will see you in the next episode.